Our world is no longer in good health. It is suffering. Ever-increasing levels of air, water, and plastic pollution are creating a menacing chokehold around our quality of life. We are drowning in a sea of waste. Many of us think that there is little we can do to change it. Is that so? As a company, Corsair's mission is to build and develop effective solutions to these threats. Corsair helps the environment by removing plastic waste and then recycling it, by reducing the number of poisonous particles in the air that you breathe daily, and by cleaning our rivers and oceans from toxic pollution. In addition, Corsair aims to reverse climate change and reduce global poverty, helping those in need. Funded by both private investors and a network of environmentally conscious entrepreneurs called Amplivo, Corsair is here to help save our world. We are asking you to join us and clean our planet from the pollution that is killing it. We are asking you to join the fight so that together we can leave a safer and healthier world to our children and future generations. When we work together, we can make a difference. By being part of the Amplivo network and helping others, you also can earn an income, create wealth, and move towards financial freedom. Interested to know more? We thought so. Let us connect. Corsair, for a cleaner future.
So just wanted to say again, good morning to everyone. Our CEO and host today is on. I don't think we need to announce him too much here. Jay, all I can say is he works tirelessly. You saw the video yesterday, or I hope everyone's seen the video from yesterday. Working tirelessly for all of us to make our business a lot easier. And to tell you guys, this company is just going forward, strength to strength. Now, I'm not going to take any limelight away. Jay, good morning, welcome, and knock everyone's socks off. Thank you.
Great, fantastic. Thank you very much, Roger, and good morning, good afternoon for everyone. I hope you guys are doing great. It's great to see almost 100 people here on the call again today. So I'm sure that everybody saw the announcement already by now that we made yesterday. So what I would like to do today with you is to elaborate a little bit about what this all means, what are the next steps, what can you expect from the next coming weeks and months as we are moving forward. We're going to talk about a lot about today regarding the exchanges. We really want to make sure that everybody has a clear understanding on the strategy, also including the so-called initial exchange offering. This is a new term for many, IEO. We'll talk about that. And then we'll talk about generally about what is happening within the company and the direction where we are moving. So, Roger, if I'm able to, yes, I am. Thank you. Able to share my screen. If you give me just 1 second, I wanted to highlight for you just a few things here. So what we have done already for several months is that we have been in negotiations with multiple exchanges around the world. And these are exchanges, and let me just specify, these are digital asset exchanges. So these are websites, exchanges that allow people from all over the world to exchange digital assets. And that is really the word that I would also like us together to start using. Instead of using the word digital currency or cryptocurrency, I would very much like to remind everyone that what we are dealing with, CSR, is not a traditional way of looking at cryptocurrencies. And therefore, the term digital asset is much more suitable for that purpose. There are also other reasons there that we want to remain away from being seen as a cryptocurrency, but instead we want to be seen as a digital asset, and we'll talk about that one a little bit more today as well. But these are exchanges that are trading all over the world. They have millions and millions of dollars in daily turnover, meaning daily volume among their users who are buying and selling all types of digital assets, ranging from Bitcoin to many, many, many others. And what was very nice for us to see was that when we begin this process of listing CSR into these public exchanges, was that the response that we've been receiving has been very, very positive. And I can tell you today that even if we are still in talks with tens of exchanges, we have already been approved by more than 10 different exchanges around the world. And these are all exchanges which are properly listed on the coin market cap. These are exchanges with millions of daily turnover. And it's really been great to see the response that we've been receiving back from these exchanges. And as of right now, today, we have already obviously announced the first exchange where the actual listing now will take place. And that is what we will be focusing primarily on here today. So, as you saw the announcement, we're now very happy to inform you that the CSR plastic credit is now entering into an initial exchange offering and public listing at the LaToken exchange. LaToken is a centralized exchange. I just took this screenshot 2 minutes ago. If you go to CoinMarketCap, for example, you will see that their last 24-hour trading volume was about $225 million. So, and that is within 24 hours of trading. So that means that inside their trading platform, that is the amount of transactions that was done. LaToken has been operating since 2017. And if you do your research, you will find that they have more than 2 million registered users. If you, for example, if you look from the Google Play, if you look at the statistics over there, you can see that only their Android application has already today been downloaded by more than 1 million times. So they are definitely a well-established exchange, and we're very happy to be working together with them. Now, let's talk about this thing called Initial Exchange Offering, IEO, and what does it really mean? The IEO is similar, as maybe you have heard this term called IPO. IPO refers to when a company goes into the stock market. And the IPO term comes from initial public offering. In this case, we're talking about something that LaToken has been working on many years with and specifies in, called the exchange offering. And this basically means that we are now also going to be offering on a very limited time and limited amount CSR plastic credit also for their existing user base. The reasoning for behind this is the following. They have approximately 400,000 active traders, And as I mentioned before, they have more than 2 million registered users. We want as many of those people as possible now to become aware and also to become involved with the CSR plastic credit. And the way that this will be now done is that starting from next Wednesday, LaToken will open up for their users the opportunity to begin purchasing CSR plastic credits through the LaToken platform. The way that their users will be purchasing the CSR is exactly the same as through Amplivo. There's no difference there. Anyone who wants to participate in the mission, they can buy the CSR plastic credit from the LaToken platform. They will receive 10% initially, and then the remaining 90%, they will receive it within the next 12 months. So there's no change, there's no difference as per the benefits that you get or the time when you get your CSR, no matter if you acquire it through Amplivo or if you buy it from them. And there will be a very small amount which we are going to be reserving for each week of the IEO. The reason why we want to do this is we want there to be initially users from their platform who also have the CSR in their hand, to bring more interest, to bring in people involved and associated with the project. So what will happen now is that the first week of the IEO is now officially beginning on Monday, the 21st of March, whereas the CSR plastic credit direct sales price, which is directly, and I want to highlight, directly connected to the service of the plastic removal from the environment, will now be at 3 euro cents per CSR. Or if you want to look at it per kilo, that would mean 30 euro cents per kilo. But for the sake of keeping it easier in terms of the CSR, we're going to focus on that price. Please remember always that 1 kilo of plastic waste removed from the environment allows Corsair to release 10 CSR plastic credits. So this 10 CSR plastic credit, 1 kilo, this connection, this ratio will always be there. This will never change. Okay? So this means that now during the first week, the price for CSR is locked into 3 euro cents per CSR. And then on the 28th of March, which will be the beginning of the second week of the initial exchange offering period, the price will be increased from 3 cents to 3.2 cents. So there will be a slight increase of 6.5% on that Monday, the 28th of this month. So this will be approximately 8 days from now. So price increase will happen simultaneously through Amplivo as well as then at the LaToken platform as well. Then we will move forward for 1 more week until the 4th of April, during when the price of the CSR will again be increased by 6%, going from 3.2 cents to 3.4 cents per CSR. Then on the 11th of April, we're going to move from 3.4 cents to 3.6 cents, another increase of 5.5%. And then finally on the 18th of April will be the day when the trading will begin and the official listing will take place, when CSR will enter into public trading. The public trading rate at that moment will be converted into the USDT. The USD Tether is a stable coin which refers directly to the United States dollar. That's why the word USDT, if you're not familiar with this digital asset. So at that moment, the trading will be done by using the USDT or the US dollar as a nominal. And the trading will begin at that moment at 4 USDT dollar cents. All right. Now, what will happen then? What will be happening after the token enters into the trading? That is a good thing. And that is a good question. And we will see how the market reacts to this. And it will definitely get interesting. I want to highlight that since the moment when the trading begins, there is no control of the trading volume. There is no control on the trading price. Anyone who has CSR is allowed and capable of selling them at any rate you want. And after that, the value of the CSR plastic credit will enter into float. Now, one of the reasons why we want to do this price build-up in this way, and why we want to also bring some of the members from the LaToken community involved now in the next 4 weeks, is the following. They will, and please listen to me carefully on this one, the LaToken community will now be able to access CSR starting from 3 cents per credit. Over the course of the next 4 weeks, they will be able to purchase the CSR with 3 cents, 3.2, 3.4, and 3.6 cents. When finally we enter into the public trading on the 18th of April. Now, the question that is a very logical for everyone to think when we are entering into the public exchange is that, what if the price goes down? What if the price goes up? Let's talk about both options. The first question will be, what if the price goes down? Well, therefore, it's very important that the LaToken users have already been buying the CSR with over 3 cents in price. Because it makes no sense for anybody from there to sell it now below 3 cents, you understand? They have just purchased something 1 or 2 weeks ago, and now they want to sell it on a lower price. Doesn't make any sense. So we're locking in a certain amount of CSR and a certain amount of price during this initial exchange period. And that's very important for us to do. So in the community, there is already a clear understanding that the CSR is now trading and selling between 3 cents and 4 cents. That's a very important thing to understand. If anyone from the existing holders of CSR who wants to go in and sell their tokens, you can do so. And whatever price you decide that you are willing to sell your CSR, if you're going to sell them for less than 3 cents, I wouldn't. But if you decide to sell your CSR for less than 3 cents, now there is already an educated community who are interested of the value of the CSR. And I think there's going to be a lot of appetite. There's going to be many hungry people who would like to get their hands on CSR if the price would go down. Now, many of the people, and I would even say most of the people who today hold CSR have actually received those CSRs at a very, very low rate. Many of them have received them through the award or the redemption systems, which means that with all the bonuses and everything else in the past accumulated, the value or the price that many has paid for the CSR is 1 cent or even less than that. So CSR entering now into public trading with a value between 3 and 4 cents is quite phenomenal. So if you are planning to sell some of your CSR, please do so wisely. And obviously, it's good for us to understand that this is not the end goal. This is not the target. This is just the first step. This is just the beginning. So then the next question, what happens if CSR price goes up too fast? And that's a little bit more trickier question, actually. Because to be honest, especially now in the beginning, well, we welcome any value that the market wants to give for it, and we have no way of really controlling it. But personally, I would like to see the CSR price stabilizing, at least for the next coming few weeks or months, at somewhere between 4, 5, 6, 7 cents, with strong volume behind it. I think that would be fantastic, and that would be really, really good and supportive for the entire operation that we're doing. So instead of having a huge sort of spike in the price, I would rather see personally that the price begins to develop steadily and going up, instead of going big spike and then at some point having to come down again a lot. So rather than doing that, we would like to hope it to go up stably. Now, one of the things that is very interesting when we talk about the CSR and what is so unique, and I want to highlight this again, you've heard me to talk about this before, but there has been a lot of positive feedback that we have received from these exchanges who have been so happy to see the way that CSR works. So what makes CSR so unique? Let's just summarize on that one a little bit. Well, number one, it's based on actual work, on actual physical results of plastic waste being removed from the environment. That's the first one. It's not, and one thing about these exchanges I want to mention, these guys have been now for the last 2 years dealing with all kinds of meme tokens and all kinds of, weird crypto projects that don't really make any sense. All right. A lot of them don't have anything to give them any substance. There's no substance. There's nothing behind them. It's just something up in the internet. And with CSR, as we all know, there is so much actual physical proof and work that is backing up every single CSR. And that makes it already very, very unique. The second thing about the CSR, which makes it so different from everything else, is that ultimately the end goal, the target with CSR, is that it will be retired, it will be burned, it will be removed from circulation. Now, if you are familiar with the digital asset world and digital currencies and Bitcoin and so on, I would like to ask you to try to think to yourself if you know of any other digital asset project in the world who has an end target of being removed from circulation, being retired and burned. I don't know anything else. I don't know any other project that is ultimately aiming to be removed from circulation. And that again makes this so unique, because there is always a limited amount of CSR that can ever enter into the circulation. And that is based on the physical speed of how quickly can we take the plastic out from the environment. Only that amount can ever be released. And then at the same time, on the other end, CSR is going out from the circulation, when it's being retired. So, and I'm trying to be as simple in this example, because something like this has never been done before, guys. Never been done in the digital asset, in the crypto space, period. And it also means that it's very difficult to predict what's going to happen with the CSR value. But I see a very, very, very positive and bright future for CSR. And I'll explain you also why more. But it's just that and this has been told us by these exchanges. That's why they are so excited about this, because they see this as a very, very unique project. So, additionally to that, so number one, there's always a limited amount of them. Number two, there is the end target of every CSR plastic credit is to become retired by the end user who wants to be able to get the certificate to show that they truly are now plastic neutral and they have helped the world to remove this amount of plastic waste. The third thing is that CSR is actually solving a massive global environmental problem. It's not just something in the internet, a great idea, some game token or something this and this and that. No, it's actually doing something for the environment, something for this planet. And I think we are about to take the digital world by storm. I have a really, really good feeling about this, guys. So let's see what happens. But we can already announce now that the next exchange, the second exchange, we've already signed a contract with them. And we already have a listing date when the listing will take place on their exchange as well. And then we're going to continue to add more exchanges every few weeks or once a month. We'll see how that one goes. But we are completely in the schedule with the original schedule of having 3 exchanges listing the CSR plastic credit by the 9th of May. So this is all going forward as planned. And we're looking for a very interesting future for the CSR plastic credit. Now, one more thing when talking about the price of the CSR and the trading value. Another thing that makes CSR very unique is that it actually has 3 separate prices. Let me explain that in very detail or in very simple way. Number one, there is the direct sales price, where we as a company sell the plastic waste removal service. And as you know, for every kilo of plastic waste removed, a digital receipt is given in a form of 10 CSR plastic credits. All right? So this means that the price that we are selling right now, as of today, since the increase on the price, or actually it might still be available there, probably still a few more hours, the price is still at 2 cents, 2.75 cents, before it's getting updated into the 3 cents. But you could say that we are now offering the CSR at 3 cents per CSR. This is the direct sales price, but you don't receive everything at the same time. You will receive the 10% initially, and then you will receive the 90% over the course of the next 12 months. Now, additionally to that, we also have now soon to be the public trading price. Whatever the public trading rate on the exchanges would be. And that is something that will be, again, determined by the market. On top of that, we also have the third price, which is the international average price for plastic credits. And we need to remember that we are not the only plastic credit in the world. Even if we are the leading plastic credit, we're not the only one. And that is really, really good for us. Because of this, there is also an international market price generally for plastic credits. And right now, today, if you do the conversion from kilo to CSR, the average market price for CSR related and similar plastic credits, in our case, would be about 5 € per CSR. So there is three separate prices. There is the direct sales price, which today is 3 cents per CSR. You can buy it cheaper from the company, but you don't get it all right away. Then there is the market price on the exchange. That's like the second-hand market. You buy any type of item that you want to sell it on the second-hand market, like eBay. Okay? The second-hand market price can be anything, whatever the market is willing to pay. But on top of that, there is the third market price, which is the international market price for the CSO, for the plastic credits. And that is 5 cents. So it's a really, really interesting and a unique concept, what we have been putting together here, guys. And I think that with all of these things, the way that we planned it, the way that it's been structured, it's really going to now get interesting. And it's not only us who are excited. I can tell you, these exchanges are also very excited because they want to bring good projects into the market. And they see CSR, as many of these exchanges have told us, that right after Bitcoin, they see the CSR to be one of the most unique digital assets ever gone public. So, interesting times, guys. Very interesting times. So, also then through LaToken and these other exchanges, what will happen is that credit card purchases will also be possible. So if you went to LaToken, even if you went there by using the referral link that was shared in the message, even better, you will be able to use your credit card to buy digital assets on the platform. So for example, in this case, if someone would like to buy a package from you, but they would like to use credit card, the easiest way for them to do is to sign up an account in LaToken, use their credit card to buy USDT or Bitcoin, and then use that as a payment in the Amplivo system as well. So that's a very easy way now to also go through there. Also, it will work as a way for you to obviously take out your commissions, which the company is paying in digital assets like USDT and Bitcoin if you choose, and so on. So it opens up another channel. LaToken, for example, they support the euro deposits, even bank transfers, euro deposits, dollar deposits, a pound, and so on. I believe they have 5 different fiat currency channels. So these are all very good things. Now, moving to other subjects, we have had a couple of really important weeks also here in Thailand when it comes to our day-to-day operations. One of those important development steps that we did was that we completed about a week ago, we completed the last final largest payments excuse me, largest payments towards the Bangkok 1 facility, which has now been fully paid from the original transfer and the original payment agreement. And full payment was completed now also towards the 2 silver color machines, the 2 additional machines that you see to be transported in the facility. We have been on a payment plan for the sellers of these assets for quite some time. And last week, the very last payments were done, and now those were completed. That also means that now all of these facilities where we are operational right now, what we're doing over there, all the machines that you see, we are in 100% full ownership of all of those. We've been doing monthly payments for some of these since August 2020, and now that's all been fully completed. We still have, regarding the Bangkok 2, which was an additional extra area of several thousand square meters. We are still on a payment plan towards that. As of today, we've already paid more than 50%, but we're still paying that as we go forward every month. And this will be completed in the next about 6 months, as per agreed originally already before. So that means that a lot of stuff is happening here in Thailand as well. And also now, when these investments that we've done into the assets, into the land, into the buildings, into the machines is completed, now you're going to see a lot more progress going into actually building onto those assets. So first thing that we wanted to do is to make sure that the land, the buildings, and everything else is 100% secured by us and owned by us, and then now we're going to start building more and more on top of them. So that's just a process of securing our operation and making sure that we're standing in solid ground with a solid platform. So what you can expect now in the next coming weeks is there's going to be updates now coming more and more about the installation of the 2 new machines. That is moving forward. We're pushing as quickly as we can in regards of that. We want to get those 2 machines up and running. And that one is now looking very good as well. Additionally, as we mentioned before, we also have 2 more extra machines which are already here in Thailand. Once the installation of the current 2 is completed, we will start the installations of those as well. Probably one at a time, but we'll see how that one goes. We're doing a lot of things at the same time. We're moving forward at the same time with several different areas. But what you can expect is a lot of updates from construction now in the next coming weeks, because that means that we also have now more and more resources to push over there when these big amounts of money are no longer going into paying of assets that we need to acquire first. So that's good. Also, we are going to be doing next Saturday, we have a sort of a team visit here in Thailand. We will have altogether, I believe, about 60 members from the Amplible community who are based here in Thailand, who are going to be coming and visiting us at the facility. We're going to do a sort of a grand tour, and we'll have these guests coming over. And then during that time, we're also going to be filming a new sort of a factory walkthrough, and we'll do footage and videos and pictures of that one as well, which I think will be very welcome. And we'll do a professionally produced video where I will walk through the factory and show again and update what's happening over there. Also, what is happening now is that on the IT side, obviously there is still a lot of work to be done, and we have our team, which today consists of almost 20 people working on the IT under the leadership of Wayne Dobson. And these guys are working very hard on multiple areas, including the CSR Central and many, many other things. One of the most important things that they are working there is regarding the retirement process. And this is one of the most important aspects right now, is that we can sort of close this last missing piece in the circle, which is the retiring of the CSR. Wayne has told me that they are making good progress on that one, and we will be announcing another update on the completion date that we believe when this can be launched. But this will be a very significant step, because once people and once companies will be able to begin the actual retiring of the CSR, that is also when a lot of these negotiations that we are ongoing with large brands, both international and regional and local brands here in Thailand, will then be brought in and start using and retiring the CSR plastic credit. This will also happen approximately at the same time when the CSR enters into the public trading, which means that there will now be buyers coming into the exchange who want to buy the credit and then retire it. So buyers who will come and bring liquidity to buy the CSR from someone who wants to sell it, and after that, not to sell it again, but to completely remove it from the circulation forever. So this is going to be very, very interesting. And like I said, something like this has never been done in the digital asset world, where buyers will be buying the token from the exchange and then immediately destroying it. That is a very unique concept. And in our case, that is exactly how it works. And again, it follows 100% the way that the carbon credit market operates. So what can we predict now? What can we see that is going to happen next? Well, obviously, we as a company are going to continue to grow. We are just getting ready for making several major new announcements, including this major partnership that we have been discussing and giving some information before already, involving this plastic manufacturing company. I can release a little bit from that for you guys today, but I will need to be. We need to be very cautious, because we have signed non-disclosure agreements, and we don't want to let anything come between us and this agreement that we are currently preparing. I can tell you that we are in the last final stage of finalizing this agreement. It's already now in the lawyers, on both their lawyers and our lawyers, who are now working on that agreement. But this agreement that we are now signing is with one of the largest plastic manufacturing companies in the world, which is owned by one of the largest oil companies in the world. And when I say one of the largest, I don't mean like, I'm not going to say the name, but they are, they're not, it's not like it's like top 10 or top 20. No, it's like one of the really big ones. Okay. And basically, the first agreement that is to be signed is where they, and this is now going into, obviously going into the public conversation, but the first agreement that we are now putting together is where they would like to buy from us now up to 100 million liters of oil per year. And we've negotiated the price, and we are very happy with the price, extremely happy with the price. Hopefully we can release that later. We don't know yet if that's going to be under under the contract that we're not going to be allowed to say that. But what I can say is that even if the general market price of crude oil right now is already at $100 a barrel, we are going way beyond that. So it just goes to show that our product is a very, very good quality premium product that some of the biggest players in the field of oil and gas and plastics want to purchase on a premium price. So that will really, really push all of our operations again. Also, they are still very, very much committed that once we started now the first deliveries of the oil and this thing starts moving forward, then they are also very much looking to join in, to start working together with Corsair to finance our future factories around the world as well. So all of these things are coming together. And I've said it before that you know, sometimes you might feel that, oh, there's not any major things happening, or you feel like, oh, you know, like something is not moving forward. Believe me, guys, there is so many things moving forward every single day. But what happens many times, these are processes that take time, because it's not up to us. There's another counterpart to it. And we're talking with companies that generate tens and hundreds of billions of dollars per year. So when it comes to their legal agreements and everything else, they have long processes. Unfortunately, they move very slowly many times. We would like to move faster, and we're doing everything in our way to do that. But at the same time, we have many processes that are moving forward at the same time. And many times what happens is that those processes will come to the finishing line at the same time. So many times it can feel like that suddenly there's a lot of things happening. And then again, it feels like after 2 months, it's like, oh, it doesn't feel like so much happening. And then again, a lot of things happening. It's because things have been worked continuously, but sometimes these things arrive at the finishing line at the same time. But also now with the exchanges, I know that this is a major thing that many people have been asking for and have been waiting for. And I know that many people have even been very maybe concerned. Can we get into a public exchange? Is it ever going to happen? Is this really going to happen? Yes, it is going to happen. It's happening right now. It's not that we're going to go to one exchange. In April, on April, we're going to announce the second exchange. And by the 9th of May, we're going to be on 3 exchanges. And then we're going to continue to add more and more exchanges after that. And it's only a matter of time when CSR is going to be in all the major exchanges in the world. So we are really right now in the sort of a verge at the edge of the next big wave. And I think we can all see that happening. Also, it's great to mention that last week, the week that just ended, in terms of the Amplivo business, in terms of the volume of sales, I'm happy to tell you guys that last week was the best week ever since Corsair took over Amplivo company. So while all of these things are happening, we can see that happening also in the volume, in the turnover as the company is moving forward. And I'm quite sure that now the next 4 weeks, with the weekly increase in price, is going to create a lot of excitement as well. So before I forget to say that, if you haven't done yet your application for your CSR award, please go and do that. If you need help, please ask from help support from your upline. If the person who recommended you into the business, if they don't know how to do it, then you gotta ask them to talk to their sponsor. Okay, it's very important that you do your application for the CSR award if you haven't done that yet. This is for the people that are have been involved with our project for a longer period of time, who has in their past earned or purchased the ISF token or the ORTP token. We will close the application period at the end of this month. So, and during that time, we have allowed for 1 year for everyone to make the application. The application, it takes 15 minutes to do, okay? So if you haven't done it in 1 year of time, then after that, we're gonna close that door. So I understand that, you know, sometimes we can be busy and you don't have time to do something in a week or 2 weeks or a month even, but it's been 1 year. So I just wanna say here that once we close the door, once the applications are closed at the end of the month, there's still 11 days to go. We're not going to take in more applications, period. Okay, so please make sure that you've done your award application and tell everyone in your team to do the same. Okay, 1 year should be enough for that. All right, and then now obviously begins the initial exchange offering period, which is very important. So what we will do is we will see now the weekly countdowns again leading into the next increase in price, and eventually on the 18th of April we're going to see the CSR plastic credit enter into the public trade. Good. So I know there was a lot of information here today, and there's going to be information being shared in the next coming days and weeks as well. And as this is now becoming more and more clear how things are progressing. And once again, I want to congratulate all of you for the, first of all, for the great work that everyone has been doing with your Amplivo business. And secondly, for everyone who is now in the ownership, even one CSR plastic credit, or you have your CSR marked for you as you've done the application. That means even if you don't have the CSR yet, as long as you've done the application, no matter if it got approved or not approved, we've already earmarked for you an X amount of CSR. And if there are any issues, let me say this as well, any issues, any problems with the award application, don't worry. We're not going to leave you behind. Just make sure that you make the application before the end of the month, and then we will get back to you on any issues. Once we've closed it and we know exactly who are the people that are in, no matter what the result was, we're going to start to go through one by one those applications. So if you have been rejected for any reasons, whatever, don't worry about it. Just wait for now, and the team will get back to you, okay? And I want to say again here, anybody, and I mean anybody, who has in a proper way either purchased or earned their ISF or their Orientum Plus ORTP tokens in the past will be awarded with the matching amount of CSR. Okay, so you don't need to worry about that part. We'll work on those as long as each and every one of these cases have been solved and completed. All right, that's about 55 minutes for today. I think there was a lot of information, and we will obviously be sending out more details and updates now on an increasing speed. And then also following the next week's visit, if you are in Thailand, please get in touch with us. You are more than welcome to join us on next Saturday on the tour. We will roll the red carpet for you, and hopefully in the future we will be able to welcome all of you guys. Traveling to Thailand, for example, right now is becoming more and more easier, and that means that we can start to do more active trips towards this direction in the world as well. Myself and Wayne are also looking at options of potentially coming to Europe before the public listing would take place, and this is still to be finalized with the schedule and the dates and the plans. We'll see how everything goes, but we would love to come there and spend some time with you guys before the 18th of April, when the listing takes place. So interesting, exciting things are happening. We're all very happy about the direction where we're moving. I just want to say thank you for you all for being part of this mission, where we are just now taking the very, very early steps. So thank you.
Thanks very much, Jay. Absolutely brilliant. Fantastic. I just wanted to say to everyone on here, I can tell you now, our CEO, Jay, he works tirelessly. I'm telling you now, he does the morning shift, he does the afternoon shift, he does the early evening shift, he does the night shift. The man doesn't sleep. Well, I haven't worked it out when he does actually sleep. But anyway, what I just wanted to say is a big thank you to Jay, because he is.
We run on batteries. That's what we do.
Yeah. You're rechargeable. Yeah, they have to be. But anyway, what I just wanted to say is thank you to everybody for being on the call today. Big thank you to Jay. Lots of information there. It is being recorded. It will be up. It will be available for everyone to see very shortly. So thank you very much. We're just coming up to the hour, so we'll let you go and have a wonderful Sunday, and take care, and we'll see you in the week and next week and on. I know there's an awful lot of information to be coming out over the next few weeks, so stay posted. Okay, cheers. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.